Anyway, let's start out with the prayer like we always do, and then we'll get rolling from there. Sean, could you start us off with the prayer, bud?
Sure. God, we just come before you right now, and we just thank you for your presence in our lives. Thank you for all that you're doing in and through us, providing for us, and making us effective on this trip. For your grace, for healing, for health, and for provision. Thank you that you're continuing to provide and bring in funds for us to be more effective while we're down there. And thank you for your anointing that is upon us as we embark on this journey. God, prepare our hearts, prepare their hearts. Help us all to be ready for what you have in store and what you want to do. We thank you for all these things in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen. Thank you, sir. Good deal. Well, I'm going to keep everybody muted until you have a question or whatever. So just because there's always background noise, and the person who has the background noise is the one that can't hear it. And it's usually really super annoying. So anyway, let's just jump right into this. I want to open this up to you guys first. Because I know a couple of you had some questions, and some of you were asking me some questions, and some of you already asked me questions, got answers to them. But if you feel they would benefit the rest of the group, then feel free to ask them again. I know, Tiffany, you had some questions you had asked me last night at the open and stuff like that. So anyway, I'm going to open it up. I'm actually going to just go across my screen so that it's not awkward where I'm like, hey, anybody have any questions? So Elam and Suzanne, you guys are first on my screen. So if you guys have any questions or any thoughts, comments, whatever, speak now or forever hold your peace.
All right, awesome. Yeah, I can't believe it's next week already. And for most of you, I think you know that it's only going to be me now because we're expecting a little one. So for those of you who haven't heard. So my question, actually, Pete had asked me today. He asked me where we're staying or what kind of, I guess, environment where it is where we're staying overnight and, whatnot. And then the other question was, I know you covered it before, but what kind of, can we wear shorts? What kind of clothing? So I think that's all I had.
I was going to ask if Suzanne had any questions, but then I'm like, yeah, it doesn't matter. Suzanne's not going. And I'm just kidding. We are really excited for you guys. And I'm so glad that you said it first, so I didn't have to have that awkward. Elam's not going, but I can't tell you why Elam's going, but I can't tell you why Suzanne's not. So definitely excited about you guys expecting your first baby. Woo-woo. See, there's a really good lesson in this. These guys were trying to have kids, and they moved out, and the month they moved out, they got pregnant. So something, we're good. We're fertile in our home, but nobody else around us is. So I'm just kidding. Anyway, so first question, and by the way, guys, there's some people on here that joined late, joined our team late. So that being said, any question is good, because I know some of you guys have questions that we already did cover, but you didn't see it covered. So anyway, that's fine. I want everybody to be on the same page. So that's why we have this tonight. Elam, so where we're going to be staying, they call them roach beds. Basically what it means is you're, just kidding. Heather just got that look. No, we're going to be staying. So the first night, actually, I just found this out not too long ago, that we are going to arrive in Haiti too late to go across the bay basically we're going to go to the airport, and then we were going to go right to the boat and go across the bay. But they don't go across the bay at night because none of their boats are equipped to work after dark. So anyway, they do it, but they highly recommend that we don't do it, just for safety reasons and everything else. So I'm working with Thierry and Mary Maude right now on finding us a place just to stay for the first night, which I think is going to be good. Actually, it's going to give us a little time to get over the traveling, exhaustion and that kind of stuff. And we'll be able to take you guys around Port-au-Prince and see the capital of the country, which we weren't going to be able to do. And then at the same time, you'll probably meet a lot of the top leaders in Haiti, because they'll probably spend the night with us, the top life leaders. So that'll be kind of cool. So that's going to be the first night. We're not sure where we're staying yet. It'll probably be like Thierry said he thought he could get us somewhere that we could stay for free, which would be fantastic, because if we have to get a hotel, hotels in Haiti are uber expensive. I mean, like super duper expensive. And nobody stays them except for the tourists, obviously, and that's why. So first night will be there. The first half of the trip, once we get to the island, Lago Nav, which is funny. Haiti is an island in itself, right? But there's an island in the bay of Haiti called Lago Nav, and that's where we're going first. We're going to be staying at a mission compound there, and it's really nice. And that's comparatively speaking, really nice for Haiti. It's not really nice compared to what you know here in the States, but it's really nice for Haiti. It's just it's a mission compound they built actually after I went there the first time. It's new since, I mean, I saw the new one, but since the first time I went, it's new. So they were building it the second or third time I went. So it's kind of cool. Really nice place. They're running most of it. It's right by a hospital that's pretty much almost all run by solar panels. It's one of the only hospitals in the world that is run by solar panels. Pretty cool story there. And you're going to be able to hear that too. So anyway, I'm going to be staying there the first half. And then the second half of the trip, we're actually, as far as I understand, we're going to be staying in Port-au-Prince. We're going to be staying in the bunk beds that we buy for the orphanage. So we're going to be like christening the bunk beds that we buy, which would be kind of cool, you know, just kind of a neat little, hey, we're going to stay in these while we're here, and then you guys get them. So that'll be pretty neat. And that'll be right at the orphanage. So they're the two places we're staying. As far as clothes go, it's going to be really hot. If you've seen the forecast, it's nice and warm down there. We're really bummed because Lisa, a lot of you guys know Lisa Jones, she can't go because a pressure cooker exploded in her face last week, and she got second and third degree burns. And her doctor, she's like, do you think I should go and just go against what the doctor said? I'm like, well, what did he say you shouldn't go for? And she said, well, he said I should pretty much avoid two things over the next 12 months. And I said, what's that? He's like, sun and sweat. I'm like, well, then yes, you should not be in Haiti, because those are the two things we're going to experience a lot of. So anyway, as far as attire, ladies, down there, they're culturally, if you wear pants, you're subconsciously giving off something that you don't want to give off. As far as an understanding, you're telling them you want something that you do not want. I can almost 100% certainty tell that everybody on here is not going to want what you're going to tell them that you want if you wear pants. So plan not to wear pants, plan to wear skirts or dresses, and long ones, not anything even close to your knee. Make sure it's down past, down by your calves or lower, just because pretend you're Mennonite or Amish for the week, basically just have them pretty far down there, just because we don't want to, our mission is not to give any of the wrong idea at all. And so if we can be overly modest, then we're going to be overly modest. All right. So that's, and for guys, yep, shorts, good. You'll be amazed. It'll kind of throw you off. Haley can attest to this, that the guys down there don't wear shorts. They all wear pants. So weird as what?
I said a lot of them don't wear anything.
Well, yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's not where I was going with that. But no, but they do wear pants. A lot of the guys wear pants. So as a professional thing, I would definitely pack lighter pants, like khakis, stuff like that, guys. Dark colors are not good in Haiti. You attract the sun and you sweat a lot. So lighter pants, khaki shorts. Just don't go as if you're going on vacation. Go as if you're going to make a difference, right? And to be professional and to attract the right crowd. All right. So Elam, did you have anything to add there at the end?
Yeah, I just wanted to say that, we're still trying to raise money for bunk beds and stuff, and I'm sure you were going to mention that. But those letters really work that we've been sending out. We had sent out a ton. We were almost at our $4,000 for the both of us. And then today I was out and about, and I decided I'm going to stop in at a few places of people that I had planned on sending the letter, and never got around to it. And one lady wrote me a $500 check. And so the extra of that is obviously going to go for the bunk beds and stuff. So, you never know who would, be willing to donate, and definitely don't stop fundraising even if you're at $2,000, because we always need extra money to cover other expenses.
Yeah, I appreciate that, Elam. I'm glad you said that and brought it up. We are not anywhere close to where we need to be to do all the projects we want to do, funds wise. So I know a lot of you guys, well, a lot of you are already up to the 2,000, which is awesome. But definitely don't stop raising if you still have the opportunity to raise more money, because we're gonna be able to use it for sure. And we're really excited because Sean, I called Delta today, and usually they have no changes. Once you ticket yourself for groups, they don't change anything. And I just explained to them, hey, we have 2 people. One got pregnant and one had an emergency. She can't go. Is there any way we could still use those tickets? Because we already paid for them. And they said, if you give us new names within 24 hours, then we'll make an exception. And I said, okay, awesome. So Sean's coming with us now, which is really awesome. Sean Spinks is on here tonight. And then we have a couple other possibles. One of the possibles being my grandmother, who just lost her husband this last week. So she might be coming with us, which would be really special. She's actually the reason that I go on these missions trips. They're the ones that took me on my first ever mission trip. So it would be really cool if she could go, but it's very soon. So I don't know if it's going to work out or not, but she said, let me pray about it. Let me talk to my kids about it. So we will see. If not her, then definitely somebody else will definitely fill the ticket. So anyway, good stuff. Sweet. Okay, let's jump over to Leslie Fry. We're so excited that you're feeling better.
Thank you. Yeah, the questions that I have, someone had recommended to me possibly bringing baby wipes because you can't shower every day, and dry shampoo. I just wanted to get everybody's thoughts. Like, do you think that's probably maybe a good idea? And then my other thing was shoes. Like, what types of shoes do you recommend? And are we going to their seminar? Am I correct? So we need like a dress outfit for there.
Yeah, great questions. I'm going to put you on mute, and then if you have anything else, just let me know. But yeah, so first question, as far as, taking baby wipes, taking dry shampoo, that kind of stuff, absolutely. We're going to try to be able to get a shower every day, but there's a lot of us. And so the first half of the trip, I think that'll be okay, because we'll be at the mission compound. I don't think there'll be any issues. But the second half of the trip, us staying at the orphanage, it's going to be a little bit trickier for everybody to be able to. Now, you will be able to use water, but just being able to get an actual shower every day is not a guarantee. So yeah, great questions. And the nice thing is you can take stuff like that. Even in a carry-on, you can take wipes. You can take a little loofah. Like I would take a little loofah with some, a 3-ounce thing of shampoo and stuff like that, just to be able to use the water in a sink or whatever, wash your face, wash your hair, that kind of stuff. So yeah, absolutely. Shoes, definitely wear comfortable shoes. We use flip-flops all the time when we're down there, but flip-flops, if they're not comfortable flip-flops, give you crazy blisters. So just know that a lot of the places where we're going to be are not paved roads. It's dirt, and your feet are going to get really, 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 really dirty. And so don't take shoes you don't want to ruin, but definitely take comfortable shoes. Take, sneakers. For when we're doing like talks and going to the seminar and that kind of stuff, you could take some nicer shoes, but don't plan on being in them a lot. Just basically really comfortable shoes. Crocs are great. Crocs work really well because they're comfy, they're light, they're not hot, and they do well with dust and all that kind of stuff. So, and as far as the seminar goes, yeah, I'm actually doing their seminar. And you guys all be there, and you'll have a little bit of time to be able to talk in front of the whole Haitian community, which will be really awesome. Just give you a little bit of a, not necessarily a talk, but just introducing yourself, who you are, why you're there, why you're excited about them being there, and so forth. So anyway, good questions. Anything else, Leslie?
Yes, 2 other things. One, so if we're going to their seminars, will our ticket, I'm on standing order ticket here, will it count for down there then? Is that how that works?
Yeah, and we're not going to need tickets. We're guests there. You're not going to. It's not going to be you going to the seminar to get a seminar. You're going to go to the seminar as a guest. You'll be like a speaker. You'll be treated like a speaker. You don't need to worry about tickets down there. Yep.
Only other thing is, I would like for my daughter and I to go to like the Dollar Tree and just take, I don't know, $20 or $30, buy like a bunch of toys for the kids down there, or just, is that okay?
Yes and no. So first, let me say this, because this is something new I didn't know about either. This is in addition to the 2,000 that we're raising. Usually, for my whole life of traveling, anytime you traveled outside the States, they give you 2 free checked bags up to 50 pounds each. Just this last fall, all the airlines that I know of, because it just happened for us in 3 different airlines going to South America too, they all charge for every checked bag now. So you pay $25 for the first bag up to $50 up to 50 pounds, and $35 for the second bag. So it's not horrible, but it's $60 for 2 bags. So just thinking, that's not included in that 2,000, because I didn't know that before. And so we definitely, if like I'm going to take 2 bags, and I encourage everybody to take 2 bags, but that's on you as far as cost goes. But yeah, as far as toys, that kind of stuff, life material, like I put it in the suitcase or on the group today. The thing is with toys and stuff like that, they're lighter, and so you can put them in checked. The funny thing is, the trick about traveling is that you want to put all your heavy stuff in the carry-on, because they never weigh the carry-on, right? So I had like 100-pound carry-on going to Argentina that I didn't pay for, and then I paid for the 50-pound checked luggage, right? So, and if you're over 50 pounds, they charge you $100 fee. So it's definitely not, you don't want to do that. And so toys and stuff. So the reason I said no is you will not bring it out. I won't allow you to bring it out when there's a lot of kids around. We got mobbed. I mean, like stampeded the one time. We pulled out like plastic necklaces that we were going to give out, and like moms, like kids, teenage, everything just stampeded us. And it was very not a good situation. And I'll never do that again in any third country. But that being said, when we have smaller settings where we do like, we're going to be working with the orphanages, and we're going to be working with like the really poor area in smaller settings, like 20 to 30 person settings, then that's when we'll give the kids stuff. And that's when we'll have it all organized that they come up in a line and they pick up, each little thing, blah, blah, blah. So yeah, definitely take stuff. We will definitely be able to give it to them, and they'll definitely love it, because most of what they play with is mud. They don't have a lot of toys. So that's definitely a good thing. It's just we're not going to do it in public, if that makes sense. So, yep. Anything else, Leslie?
No, that was it. Thank you, Zach.
Good stuff. And Leslie's our nurse. So if anybody messes anything up, you won't have very easy access to a hospital, at least a hospital that you want to go to. So Leslie will be taking care of you. Unless you die, then, I'll probably have to worry about it. But anyway. Kelly, you're next. Great to have you on the trip as well. I know this is the first time a lot of people are seeing your face.
Hi. Thank you. I think a lot of my questions have been covered so far. One of the questions that I did have actually stems from some of the folks that are helping me with my support, and that is my church missions board kind of wanted me to put together like a daily prayer request calendar for while we're away, so that they can focus on, what are the specific needs for the trip. So I don't know what the best way to do that would be, but I mean, obviously for the remaining fundage, for the bunk beds, for, the kids at the orphanage, but just a few more specifics would be absolutely wonderful, because I'm feeling like, oh my gosh, I'm so excited to be a part of this, but I feel like I don't have the details. And so part of my melancholy is coming out.
That's good. That's good. No, I definitely appreciate that question. And we will have, what I'm going to do, I'm working with Emerson. Emerson has been a godsend. He's the leader of my Haiti life team, and also my translator every time I go there, and also the house that I stay in when I'm in Haiti. And he's just been helping every step of the way. He helped me put all the budget together, projects. He's renting the bus for us to get from the airport to the place, all that kind of stuff. So he's giving me, we're talking over the next day or two. We've been, just so you guys know, I'm not delaying to you. We were in Argentina, Chile, and Peru. And then the day we got back, my grandfather passed away. And then the convention was that weekend. Then we had the funeral. And then we just got home yesterday. So we are in the process of getting stuff done. It's just been a lot of stuff going on at the same time. But yeah, I'll send out on the group, on the WhatsApp group, I'll send out a more detailed itinerary. That way you guys can, even if, like you said, if you want to reach out to more churches or more people and get more funding by telling them what specifically we're going to be doing. And then obviously prayer support is going to be awesome as well. I will say, guys, and this might come up in the next couple people here, but we will. So basically, depending on if you're AT&T, Verizon, Sprint, whatever, you're going to, there's different programs that each of your phone carriers use internationally. Here's what I always say with mission trips. You're on the mission trip to be on a mission trip. So if you can handle not being on your phone for 12 days, then don't get an international plan. First, it's going to cost you a lot of money. Second, I'm probably going to be silently ticked off at you if you keep looking at your phone, and it just won't be good. So the other part of that is I will have an international plan, and I want you guys to feel free to give my number out to anybody. If there's any surprise, emergencies going on at home or anything like that, people will be able to get in contact with me. Through calls, through WhatsApp, through text, whatever. It'll be just like my plan here. Now, where we're going doesn't have the best service. So just so you guys know, it's not like we're going to have 4 bars. It'll be the little, what's it called? 3X or 3G, whatever it's called. That's about all we get down there. So, but here's the other thing. I will be able to give you a hotspot from my phone. So if you take your phone and you want to check your messages on WhatsApp once a night or something like that, I'll turn my hotspot on, and we might have Wi-Fi the first half of the trip. I don't believe we will the second half of the trip, but I'll turn my hotspot on, and then you guys can just get on my phone and check some stuff, but it won't be fast. So just don't plan on using your phone a lot if you can help it. Now, I know there's extenuating circumstances. I know some of you guys might shoot me a text about that later. That's fine. I'm not going to be a Nazi on this. One of the things I hated about mission trips was, I hated about some and I loved about others, was that some, the leader was a Nazi and some, the leader wasn't. And I loved it when he wasn't, because I loved being able to have the freedom to be, helping with people or talking to people and not just all in a little box structured. It's going to be, we're going to have structure in this trip for some of you melancholies, but there is going to be freedom. So you're going to be able to go out with a translator and maybe go down the road and meet somebody and sit and teach them English for a couple hours or something like that. Like, you're going to have that flexibility as well, which will be really cool. So anyway, good stuff. Anything else, Kelly?
I'm sure I might have more by the end, but not at this time.
Awesome. Thank you too. Good deal. Sean, go ahead, buddy.
Let's see. Well, I guess I don't have a ton of questions. I think a lot of what everybody's covered has been good, but I guess we just need to, how far short are we of our goal is one question I do have.
Total goal or just team goals? Person goals.
I think total goal.
So we're at, here, I can look right here. We are at total everything raised. So this is people's personal stuff and extra stuff that's come in. I can't talk and think at the same time. So of 2 different things, obviously talk and think of the same thing. Here, let me see here. Okay, so we are at complete. Yeah, I don't know what you just said. Sorry. When I'm using the internet, it bows in and out. So we are at right now, blah, 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 blah. There we go. So we're at $30,856 out of 51,000 is basically what we had set out. So we're about 20,000 less than what we wanted to hit. We're only about 10,000 away from where we need to be to accomplish most of the projects we want to do. So that being said, as much as we can raise in the next week as possible, right? That'll do it. So anyway. Yep. Anything else, bud?
I mean, I don't think I have anything necessarily right away. If I think of something, I'll of course let you know.
Awesome. Thank you, sir. All right, Tiffany, take it away, girlfriend. Oh, I thought I unmuted you, but maybe I didn't. See, now there we go. Yep.
Just going back on one of the things that I had asked you, which you answered, and I don't know if it applies to anybody else, but I had asked about bringing food, any type of food. Like, obviously, I know that I can't bring anything fresh, but I was thinking along the lines of like beef jerky, anything that is like packaged that wouldn't spoil. What was that? Also wanted to let people know, I know that I had mentioned on WhatsApp that through where I work, I have natural sunblock available, which also is, it also incorporates an insect repellent. So if anyone is interested, please let me know, and I'd be happy to set you up with that. Let's see. Some people have asked the questions I was going to ask, so this is good. I can't think of anything else right now, so I'll just let you know if I do think of something.
Cool. Thank you, Tiffany. Yeah, that's such a great point. So you cannot internationally, those of you who haven't traveled internationally yet, you cannot take anything fresh meat, fresh fruit, fresh vegetables, seeds for plant. Like, you can't take anything like that. You'll get in trouble if they find it. Keywords, if they find it. But anyway, I just had to put that in there. But once you get into traveling a lot, then you find a lot of loopholes, just so you guys know. But you will be able to take any dried food, nuts, you can take raisins, you can take any kind of like dried fruits, that's fine. Beef jerky, that's fine. I mean, like stuff like that. Anything dried, anything that's not going to need refrigerated is best, obviously. And even like, I know Dottie had been talking about, she's on a specific diet. I thought I was only going to have to worry about Tiffany, and now Dottie tells me she's on a diet too. But she said she's taken a whole bunch of powder, like shake powder stuff, whatever you call it, like protein powder and stuff like that you put into water. So we will have lots of access to bottled water. That's like going to be our lifeline down there. So if you take stuff that you want to put in a bottle of water, like flavoring or whatever, that's great too. It's easy to take. It's, very cheap and very light, and it'll make your life better because you're going to drink a crap ton of water while we're there. So it'll be really good. Good stuff. Thank you, Tiffany. Go ahead, Heather. Oh my goodness, what is going on? I think it's because of my service. Go ahead, unmute yourself there we go. Go ahead.
With an alert and said, unmute now or stay muted. So my question is, we're going to be in buildings to sleep in, but do we have to worry about bugs while we're sleeping?
That's a great question as well. Some people like to take to Haiti like their own little like mosquito net that you can put over your bed or whatever. Some of the places they'll have mosquito nets for us. Some will not because they're not as big of an issue, but it's Haiti. So there will be mosquitoes. So if you want to take like a little mosquito net or something to put over yourself while you're sleeping, I like just take my sheets and I literally sleep under my sheets every time I'm down there, because I don't take I don't take the time to get a mosquito net set up and all that kind of stuff. But as long as you, like, I literally take my sheets and I put I curl the sheet under all the way around my body, and that way nothing can get in. So, it's up to you. It might be too hot for some people to do that, but you're more than welcome to do it. It's not a big risk. of getting mosquito bites. You're going to get mosquito bites. I guarantee it. You can't avoid it when you're down there because they're everywhere, but you're like the probability of you getting sick is very, very low. It's just, it can happen. You can get malaria, you can get stuff like that. So you want to, if you can, like Tiffany was saying, if you can get something to put on that's an insect repellent, there's certain things you can eat that naturally repels insects, just certain different kinds of fruits and vegetables and that kind of stuff. So they down there, they eat certain stuff specifically so that they won't get bit up. So you can kind of do some research on that, but yeah, it's kind of dependent on you. It's not a highly recommended thing to have a mosquito net, but you're more than welcome to have one. Nobody's going to laugh at you if you do have one.
Okay.
Anything else?
Also, are there other bugs besides mosquitoes?
No, they only have one mosquito. No, I'm just kidding. They have all kinds of bugs. You'll really love the cockroaches. You guys are gonna love the cockroaches. Do you ever see? I don't know if you guys ever saw the what's the movie called where the twin girls meet at camp and then they switch and all that kind of stuff. You guys remember that?
Parent Trap.
Parent Trap, yeah. And so then they go and they're together finally, and the new wife or whatever, they tell her that she has to click the sticks together to get rid of the mountain lions. Do you guys ever see that? Well, we literally do that for the cockroaches. Like if you get up to go to the bathroom in the middle of the night, it might be a good idea right now to start conditioning yourself not to go to the bathroom in the middle of the night because they're everywhere on the floors. They don't get on you, which is really nice. They're not really attracted to a human body or the heat of a human body. But if you get out of bed in the middle of the night and it's dark, you're probably going to step on one. So you want to not have to worry about that. I know I'm freaking everybody out. I told you guys from the very beginning, this is not going to be a comfortable trip. It's going to be a mission-filled trip, right? So other than that, there's not as far as dangerous bugs, not that I know of, and I've been there a lot of times. There's spiders, but not bad ones, if that makes sense. Not terrible ones. There's not huge ones either, like tarantulas and stuff like that. You're not going to see that down there, so that's good too. Anything else?
No, that's it.
All right, cool. Let's jump over to Mr. Adam Haas. You're unmuted.
Hey, what's up, Zach?
How you doing, brother?
I'm great. How are you?
Awesome.
So I think the main question we had was electricity down there.
Yes, that's a great question too. So they pretty much use the same plugs as we do as far as into the wall. Like you're going to be able to use the same plugs, but it's 220 volts. Is that what it is? Volts or watts or whatever it's called. It's 220 instead of 110. So if you are going to try to charge something that only works with 110, you're going to burn it out. So you just need to make sure, like most cell phones and laptops and stuff like that are fine with both. They're dual because they're used all over the world. But if you have ladies, if you're taking a hair dryer, it's going to burn out probably. And so, and like my mom, one time she took her curling iron, I think some of you have heard this story, over to England and plugged it in and let it get warm. And when she went to do her hair, she pulled a whole lock of hair out because it was so hot. Like this much, like a thick wad of hair out of her head because of the electricity. So you will have access in the mission compound, not as much access at the orphanage, but you will have access to charge stuff if you need to. Again, you're not going to need to charge that much because you won't be using that many electronics, but there is the possibility. You just need to make sure it works with 220.
Okay.
His iPhone charger works with 220.
Anything else, Ben?
All.
Ask the question.
Does it work with something like an iPhone charger?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Any kind of phone, laptop, that kind of stuff should work fine. All good?
Yep.
All right. Thank you, sir. All righty. Sandra down in Puerto Rico. You there, darling?
Hey,
How
are you?
How are ya? Awesome.
How you doing?
We're excited to see you. I might be a little nervous because you're not coming on the same flights as us. So I'm really, really, you know your way around the Caribbean. So I'm thankful for that. But we're excited to see you there. Do you have any questions?
Actually, everybody answered all my questions. I wanted to ask your phone number. That's very important to me. And that's about it. Are we staying inside a building, you said?
Yes, we're staying inside. The first part is a mission compound, and then the second part of the trip will be in an orphanage. Yep.
Okay. Yeah,
Yep.
everybody asked all the questions that I had here.
Awesome. That was my plan. My devious plan was that the first couple people asked all the questions that everybody else had. So that's perfect.
Right. So did you get my flight number and all that?
I did. Yes. Perfect. And you're going to be getting there almost at the same time as we are. So that'll be perfect.
Right. Good. I can't wait to meet everybody and be there. I've been there a couple of times before, but
yeah, I'm really excited to have you. And you know what, Sandra, and this goes for everybody too. My number, if you have my WhatsApp, that's the number that people will be able to use. So that the number on my WhatsApp is the perfect one. So yep. Now we're excited to have you there with us. Ben, do you have any questions for me, bud?
No, I don't think I do. Seems that everybody's asking the same questions that I had. So. Yeah.
Awesome, man. We're excited to see that. Aren't you out in like Montana or something right now?
Actually California, yeah.
California, fired up.
Yep.
So you saw the eclipse this morning.
Yeah, I did. Absolutely.
Good stuff.
Awesome.
Well, we're excited to see you there. You're going to be all over the place.
Yeah, that's right.
Good stuff, man. Awesome. And let's see, is this Dottie, the 4410930?
Yeah, that's me.
Awesome, darling. Do you have any questions?
Nope, they had covered them all.
Awesome. Well, I know it's going to be a blessing to have you on this trip too. You're going to be the mama. You're going to be the mama for everybody.
All right.
Go ahead, Elam. What's up?
I was going to suggest, especially people that have to get sunburn, maybe take a straw hat or some kind of hat along. I don't know if that would be a good idea or not.
Yep. No, absolutely. Hats are good. Also, I recommend I forget exactly. I think they call them sweat rags. You want to take like a rag that you can put in your back pocket or whatever, because you're going to sweat. And some of you are not used to sweating a lot all the time. So it'd be good to have something where you can just wipe off your head. You know, sometimes the sweat gets into your eyes and it's burned and your hands are not clean. And so you don't want to, whatever. So just bring something where you could just pull it out of your back pocket and just wipe off your forehead or something like that. That's always a good idea too. Yep. Go ahead, bud.
And also at the major, I bought like 5 or 6 Life on Life shirts. I didn't know, since we're doing it technically a Life on Life, since Ben is doing a lot of the videography and photos, it would be good if you have some of the white Life on Life shirts to take them along.
Absolutely. That was a point I was going to hit. So thank you for bringing that up. Life on Life shirts for sure. If you have one or if you can get one, if you're going to order it, you need to order it like yesterday, if you want to get it in time. But it would be great for everybody. Ben is going to be risking taking his really nice camera. So, so we can do some really good little promotional videos, because this is the first of many, 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 many Life on Life trips that we're going to lead all around the world. And so you guys are kind of the poster children of my little poster children. I think the only one younger than me is Adam. but it'll be really good to be able to really put out the image of what we're doing as a Life on Life ministry. And so, and obviously we're going to be able to brand Life for areas that Life hasn't touched yet in Haiti. And then as it touches those areas from the Life members, even down there, they're going to have a really good taste in their mouth of what we were able to do for them. So yeah, if you have Life on Life shirts, definitely take them. Tiffany, go ahead.
Just wanted to mention, for any ladies that are going to be ordering the Life on Life shirts, they do run small, because I had to exchange mine. I thought it was going to be plenty big, but it was a little too snug. So
good. Thank you. I did hear that. We have a lot of the ladies on our team just get the men's sizes. But yeah, that's perfect. Good deal. Anybody else have anything that came up? And then I'll just go over a couple of the points I have. Go ahead, Elam.
You were probably going to cover this, but as far as spending money when we're over there, can we exchange our money with a debit card or credit card, or does it have to be cash?
So the best thing to do, I'll just give you a couple different perspectives. So you can take a debit card and get money out of an ATM, but it's going to cost you more in fees than you want to pay. If you take cash, when we get there, we can go with the life leaders and go to the most secure area to exchange money, and then you'll get the best rate at that moment. And so best way to do it is to take cash. I wouldn't say take a lot of cash. I would say, honestly, guys, if you take $100 of US cash as like spending money and you get that, whatchamacallit, you get that exchange for their goods, it's GOURDES, goods, Haitian goods, then I think that would be plenty. Now, if you want to buy a whole bunch of stuff to bring back, souvenirs and stuff, then you might want to bring a little bit more. The one guy, which I need to add some of the names that I haven't given him yet of some of you newer people, but the one guy down there that's going to be one of our translators, he's Emerson's brother, actually. And he is making bracelets for all of us with our names right in the bracelet. It's something he does as a business to make money. It's $5 for each bracelet, and it's kind of like a little souvenir for you to take home. But it'll fund him basically for the next couple months for all of us just to buy a bracelet. So it'd be really cool to be able to support him in that way too. Yep, good deal. Anybody else have any other thoughts or questions? Oh, there's Big Turkey Hicks. You there, buddy? Do you have any questions? Mr. Adam? Oh, you're on mute. I can't unmute you. Why is it not letting me unmute people? There we go.
Hello.
Hey, bud, do you have any other questions?
I don't know. I missed like several people, but one thing was I know we were talking about teaching hygiene, and I've got like a bag full of like little soaps and shampoos and things like that, and I can ask the hotel if they could send more. But would that be a good thing to take?
Absolutely. Absolutely. It'd be a great thing. It'd kind of be a cool little prop to whoever is going to teach hygiene to be able to hand it out afterwards and just kind of teach people the value of each thing. People really, you guys will be blown away at the lack of good information. And it's like we teach all the time in life. It's that the results they have is not because they were born that way or anything like. It's because of their information. And if we can start changing information little by little, we're gonna be able to change a lot of lives. So yeah, if you want to take little stuff like that, almost everything you get at a hotel is under 3 ounces anyway. So if you guys have anything from the Major or anything that any hotels around you that would donate, or people that work at hotels that would donate, you can definitely take stuff like that. Yep.
One more thing. Came across an article. I haven't verified it or anything like that, but it was talking about a couple who just got back from the Dominican Republic, and they were walking around with no shoes on, and they picked up some kind of parasite in their feet. And so their feet are all like scarred up and deformed now from this parasite.
Yeah, you will not want to go without shoes at all at any point in the whole trip. Even in the building where we're going to be, you're going to want to keep flip-flops on.
But do you worry about any like dirt and sand getting inside the flip-flops still causing any kind of issues?
No, most of the time it's when you step on something that you don't realize you stepped on it, and then it just starts lodging in your. When you're on flip-flops, most of the time you're going to be fine because you're walking, you're moving, that kind of stuff. You're not stepping directly on whatever it is.
That's all I can think of right now.
Awesome.
Sea biscuits. Don't step on sea biscuits.
Yeah, urchins are not fun to step on either.
They hurt.
Go ahead, Heather.
So my question is, do you guys have shoe stores that are selling flip-flops right now?
That's a great question. I would say the best way to do it is go on Amazon. Amazon's usually cheap and they get you stuff pretty quickly, and you could get stuff on there. Yep.
Okay.
Make sure they're comfortable though.
Mosquito nets you could order on there too. I was just checking them out on Amazon.
The what? Oh, mosquito nets. Yeah. Yep. Absolutely. You could get them on Amazon. They're not that expensive. They're just kind of awkward. So you have to like find something to hang it on, that kind of stuff. And it's awesome. You really feel like you're in a third world country when you got to sleep under a mosquito net, right? Good deal. All right. Anybody else go ahead, Leslie.
Yes. Zach, do we have any time that we'll be able to like get in the water? And if we do, what should we wear swimsuit wise or covering or anything like that?
Yeah, you just want to, when you get in the water, you want to cover all holes of your body. Because no, I'm just kidding. I was just in Peru in the jungle, and we were swinging off a rope. They call it the Tarzan rope, into the river, right, that you couldn't see the bottom of. It was very, very dirty. And after like half of our time swinging, I don't know, 6 or 7 times swinging into this river, they're like, yeah, don't pee in the river. You'll have something swim up and inflate, and you'll have all kinds of issues. I'm like, what? Telling me this now? So yeah, no, we will have time to get in the ocean. We're gonna have one day specifically that we're gonna take some of the mission workers and go out to the beach, and we'll be able to get in the ocean and just have a good time. So you can wear, like for ladies, don't wear a 2-piece if you can help it. Wear a 1-piece and then have like, what do they call those things? Like swimsuit covers, is that what they're called? Yeah. So like a swimsuit cover that would go down past your rear end, and just making sure that you're as modest as you can be. Obviously, you're swimming. Yeah, t-shirt and shorts works over, or, anything like that. Yes, but we will have time to go swimming a little bit, and it'll be fun. There's not a lot of like, it's really neat. We'll be able to see some coral. They might have some like snorkel equipment for us that we can go down and look a little bit. It's really, really cool. Yep, cool. Go ahead, Adam.
Do they have, I know in St. Kitts when we went snorkeling around the corals and stuff, they had something called fire coral, which if you touch it, it kind of burns you like a sunburn. Do they have that around Haiti?
No, not that I know of. There are little things that you don't want to step on. They tell you not to step on the coral, but that's just in general. If you ever snorkel around coral, you don't want to touch it because one, you hurt it when you touch it just by the oils on your hands and stuff like that, and two, you just never know what's in the ocean. So I won't recommend that anybody touches it for sure.
And you mentioned don't step on sea urchins. Are there a lot of them like St. Kitts does? Because there's certain beaches that are just covered in them.
No. I think it was in Hawaii that Lexi stepped on a sea urchin. Yeah, it hurts really bad.
You're probably recording that. Sorry.
Yes, it's recorded. Good deal. Anybody else have any thoughts here quick before we wrap up with some other main point?
Just a thought, if you do step on a sea urchin, you can rub it down with Vaseline and set it on fire. And that draws the little tentacles out of your foot.
There you go. I heard you can pee on it. I don't know. I mean, whatever floats your boat, man.
Peeing on it might make it feel better, but it won't get the barbs out of your foot.
I'm so glad that you guys are going on this trip. It's going to be a lot of fun. And I will tell you guys just ahead of time, too, this is going to be, like I said before, it's going to be the first of many trips. So if this is something that you really love doing, you might want to get on that lifetime pass where we all go together as many times as possible. It's going to be a lot of fun. But if not, no big deal. If you don't like it, hey, have a good life. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. You guys are going to love it. Sandra, did you have anything else? I saw you unmuted yours.
Yes, I do. I wanted to know how many people are we going to be giving classes to, and quantity, and if they're kids or they're adults.
Yes, that's a great question. And actually that brings up another point. If all of you at some point in the next 24 hours, I know that's not giving you a lot of time, but if all of you could send me a picture of you, not like you don't necessarily have to be in a suit and tie, but in like nicer, like not casual, in other words, like a dressy casual type setting, that we can put on little flyers, because they're going to actually do like some marketing with our little talks. And so it's not going to be something huge. It's not going to be something crazy, but Haitians, Africans, like you go and you say you're going to do a talk, and they show up in droves. It's not like you're in the States where you got to beg them to come. They show up because they're very hungry for the information. So as far as to answer your question, we will be talking to the orphans. We will be talking to some of the smaller kids in the very poor area, where we're going to be the first half of the trip, and then the orphans on the second half. Again, we'll be at church with them, so you guys will probably be asked to say something at church in front of 400 Haitians, all different ages, and then there'll be little different things. I'm trying to set something up right now where we do something for the governors of the area where we're going to be. They do a lot of the politicians and stuff. We've talked for them before, and they super appreciate the leadership talks and that kind of stuff. So it's going to be like we're still in the works with some of that stuff. But yeah, it'll be all ages, from 10 people to 500 people. So it just kind of depends on where we're going to be. And then the seminar itself is probably going to be a good 500, 800 people at the seminar we're going to be at.
All right. Good. And so what about the classes? Do we have already a class? Each one of us have classes so that we don't all showed up with same classes?
Yeah, so as you guys have been giving me the topics that you want to cover, I've been making sure they don't overlap. So each of you that have told me, some of you haven't yet, and I'm going to get on your case as soon as I catch up to everything else I'm trying to do. Adam. But anyway, if you guys definitely want to get me some of your thoughts and what you want to cover. And like I was saying, Ben texted me earlier this week and said, I just don't even know, it terrifies me to think about speaking in front of people. That's not what I'm really good at. And I just told him, man, it's not about being up there for 20, 30 minutes. It's not like if you take 5 minutes and talk about something that you are passionate about, something that changed your life. It could be just your testimony with a principle you learned, something you read out of a book, something you heard on a CD that really made you think and was a turning point in your life. That will be huge for them. So if you're not a big public speaker, just pick something and let me know what it is, but pick something that really you like. It's just like, how they say, I tell the story all the time. I was talking with a kid that was like autistic, and his mom said, oh, he doesn't talk to anybody. And I just asked him, my one question was, what's your hobbies? What do you like to do? And he said martial arts. And so I just started asking him about martial arts, and we talked for like 40 minutes. And the point is, whatever you are passionate about, you will be able to talk about because you're in it, you're doing it, you're experiencing it. So that's kind of the biggest thing I would say, is just find the topic that really made your heart stir, and I guarantee you it's going to make their heart stir too.
All right, thank you.
You bet. Anybody else? Suzanne, you're not allowed to ask questions.
I was going to ask if I can ask a question, even if I'm new. I know Tiffany and I had talked about the pen pals. Are you planning on meeting them at a certain time?
Yeah, so the pen pals are on the island that we're going to be on the first half of the trip, and they are all uber excited to meet you guys. I mean, to the point of they asked me if we had an extra $1,000 to put together a play so that they could do a play for us. And I said, no, that's not what we're going to spend $1,000 on, but you're more than welcome to do a play without $1,000. So they'll be doing some kind of presentation. We're going to have a picnic with them and just really be able to invest in them a little bit too while we're down there. Yeah. Cool. Anybody else? Last thoughts, last beliefs, last, what are those things called? Annoyances? Good. So here's just to wrap up with a couple of the thoughts I wanted to go over that you guys didn't hit. Biggest thing that I want you guys to go into this trip, and obviously I think everybody knows the Thursday night, the 8th, we're all going to sit down and really get our story together as far as the whole point we're doing this, the mission, we're going to pray together, and we're going to just really get a good send off before we even go. And then each night, while we're down there, before we go to bed, we're going to sit around in a circle and talk. And this will be nice, guys. I'm kind of bummed that not everybody that wanted to go can go. But there's 16 of us, and it's going to be a more intimate group. So it's actually going to be easier on a logistics side because we won't have to be split up where we're staying. We were going to have to be staying in 2 different spots, and that was going to be a logistical nightmare. But we won't have to do that. So that'll be nice. But every night we're going to get together. We're going to talk about what we learned. Every morning we're going to do a little like a Bible study together and just kind of set our day off right. So this is definitely a very Christian trip. I know, there's so many different kinds of mission trips and humanitarian trips. And I just want you guys to know this is going to be very different than anything you probably will ever experience because it's very focused on education and very focused on setting ourselves up right to be able to set them up right, if that makes sense. So again, as much as we can raise up until and after the trip. I mean, I think some of you guys saw my message. I'm going to put whatever we don't raise, I'm going to put it in personally. And then, if you guys have more funds come in even after the trip, then we can put it against that because it's not, I definitely don't want to tell them we're going to do projects and then not do it just because we didn't raise the money. And so we're going to definitely take care of it. We're just going to have to figure out how that all works. So other than that, packing wise, again, let me know if you're going to bring checked luggage and 1 or 2. You can't take 3. You can only take up to 2 on an international trip like this. So let me know how much you're going to take. If you need any tips on what to bring in your carry-on, what to bring in your checked, that kind of thing. Clothes wise, we are going to be able to wash clothes, but I wouldn't recommend it, if that makes sense. It's not going to be like washing. It's going to be like somebody out back taking a bucket and using a boom, 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 those things, washing it. So it is possible and you can do it, but I wouldn't recommend it. If you can take enough that you have a pair of clothes for every day or 2, then I would recommend doing it that way. All right. So any other thoughts, any other questions before we wrap up? Go ahead, Elam.
So as far as, I guess pretty much everybody's coming to Raleigh, right? Thursday?
Yeah, that's the plan. If anybody is not in Raleigh, we'll have, I know you guys have some space, we have some space, and a lot of the Raleigh people have space as well. So if you're coming in, you're going to stay the night before, just let us know ahead of time so we can make sure we have a bed for you. But yeah, Thursday night, the plan is Thursday night, we'll all get together for dinner and then talk about the trip ahead of time. And then we do get back pretty late on the 21st, I believe it is. And so, again, all of you who are distance people are more than welcome to stay that night and then, head out in the morning or whatever you want to do. So it's up to you guys. All right. Everybody good? All right, guys. Well, we'll have this as a recording. I'll get the link out to everybody. So anybody that missed it can go through and watch it. And if anybody wants to go over anything, you guys can watch it as well. If you have any questions, feel free to send them into the group. I kind of broke down the group to just who's going on purpose. I tried to make it a good excuse that, we don't want to bother them, but that really wasn't the idea. The idea was I wanted it just to be you guys so that we could really talk about what we're doing and what the point is and so forth. So anyway, love you guys. Have a great night. And if you have any other questions, let me know. All right. See you guys. God bless.